Good morning, ma. Welcome to all for online education. Commerce theory part for the second year's English medium. The topic we are dealing with that is the stock exchange and the topic part 8. In this session, we are going to discuss about the Securities and Exchange Board of India. What is SEBI? Okay, we are going to discuss about what is SEBI. So, SEBI stands for Securities and Exchange Board of India. So, how the SEBI came into existence and what are the acts are there and amendments. Amendment means changes. Amendment means changes. What are the changes are there while coming of our existence of the SEBI. Today we are going to discuss recommendations of Narasimha committee as well as other committees. Based on the recommendations of certain committees that is imposed by the union government. Okay, based on that committees, the controller of capital issue was established. Which was established? Controller of capital issue. What are the capitals are issuing in the stock market? Those capitals should have to be controlled. Why, madam? Means if those are not controlled, then there is a problem. Then there is a problem arise of malpractices. Malpractices ante cheating చేసే అవకాశాలు ఉంటాయి. కాబట్టి based on the recommendation of Narasimha committee and other committees, controller of capital issue was established. It was established in the year 1988. Okay, in the year 1988 it was established and derived authority from Capital Issue Act 1947. So according to which act it was established? It was established with the act, that is Capital Issue Act 1947. What is that act? Capital Issue Act 1947. So based on this act, they are established in 1988, that is controller of capital issue, in order to control the capital market where securities are purchased, sale and also dealings are done with the brokers. Okay, SEBI come into existence through the SEBI Act 1992, but by the Indian Parliament given statutory power. So SEBI came into existence from 1992 by the Indian Parliament. Okay, by the Indian Parliament they given the statutory power ante autonomous power, మొత్తం పవర్ సెబీకి ఇచ్చేసిండ్రు. సెబీ కంట్రోల్ చేయడానికి రెగ్యులేషన్స్ కొత్త రూల్స్ తీసుకురావాలంటే the parliament has given total power to SEBI. According to the SEBI Act 1992, the SEBI got the total power. Okay, after that in 1995 SEBI given additional statutory power. ఇంకా సెబీకి పవర్ ఇంకా పెంచేసిండ్రు. ఓకే, సెబీకి ఇంకా అడిషనల్ పవర్ అనేది ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. ఇదేవరు ఇచ్చిండ్రు మేడం అంటే బై ద గవర్నమెంట్ మీన్స్ పార్లమెంట్ త్రూ అన్ అమెండ్మెంట్ టు ద SEBI Act 1992. మేడం మరి SEBI Act 1992 ఉంది కదా మేడం, దాని ప్రకారం స్టాట్యుటరీ పవర్స్ ఇచ్చారంటున్నారు కదా, మరి ఇప్పుడేంటి మేడం మీరు 1995 SEBI Act అంటున్నారంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ అమైండెడ్ అంటే నానా చేంజెస్. ఓకే, మనం చేంజెస్ చేస్తుంటే మనం అకౌంట్స్లో కామర్స్లో ఏమంటామంటే అమైండ్మెంట్ అంటాం. అమైండ్ మీన్స్ చేంజ్. ఓకే, ఉన్నదానికి ఇంకొన్ని అడిషనల్గా స్టాట్యుటరీ పవర్స్ అథారిటీ అనేది పెంచిండ్రు సెబీకి. 1992లో వాట్ ఎవర్ ద అథారిటీ ఈస్ దేర్ ఫర్ ద SEBI, దట్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ increased by giving some additional power to the SEBI by the Amendment Act, that is 1995 new act, SEBI Act, new act, that is 1995 SEBI Act. Okay, SEBI is managed by its members which consisting of. So let us see who are the members who are managing the SEBI. The members who are managing the SEBI, let us see. The chairman who is nominated by the Government of India. So Government of India will nominate a chairman. Chairman is there. Okay, one person, chairman, one. So he is nominated by Government of India, means Indian government will nominate 2 member officers from Union Finance Ministry. From the central there are 2 finance ministers. Okay, there are 2 members totally, and how many members? 3 members. One chairman that is nominated by the government, 2 members that are from the Union Finance Ministry. Next, 1 member from RBI. Okay, RBI means Reserve Bank of India. Okay, from RBI, one member. The remaining 5 members are nominated. Remaining 5 members are nominated by the Union Government of India, and then at least 3 shall be whole time members. These 3 shall be among the 5, 3 shall be all time members. Eppatiki untara members. Okay. So these 5 members are nominated by Union Government. Union Government, Central Government difference ఏంటిది అంటే Union Government అంటే స్టేట్స్ మన 29 స్టేట్స్ ప్లస్ యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఎస్, యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్ ఈ రెండు కలిపితే యూనియన్ గవర్నమెంట్. సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ అంటే స్టేట్స్ వరకే వచ్చేస్తుంది. సో యూనియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ మీన్స్ కంబైనింగ్ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ అండ్ యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్. 29 స్టేట్స్ ప్లస్ యూనియన్ టెరిటరీస్, దోస్ ఆల్ కన్సిడర్ యాజ్ ఎ యూనియన్. సో యూనియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా will nominated 5 members. Out of that 3 members shall be whole time members. Those members are whole time members. 1 chairman, 2 members from Union Finance and 1 member from RBI. 5 members means totally how many members? 9 members are there in SEBI. In order to control the Security and Exchange Board of India, 9 members are required. Those members are appointed by the Union Government. Next, functions of the SEBI. In these 3 functions are very important function: quasi legislative, quasi judicial, quasi executive. What is mean, madam? Means quasi legislative అంటే డ్రాఫ్ట్ ద రెగ్యులేషన్స్. అక్కడ రూల్స్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ అనేవి తయారవుతాయి. ఏ రూల్స్, ఏ రెగ్యులేషన్స్, యాక్ట్స్, సెబీ యాక్ట్స్, ఓకే, సెబీ రిలేటెడ్ యాక్ట్స్, సెక్షన్స్ అనేవి అన్నీ ఇన్ ద లెజిస్లేటెడ్ దే డ్రాఫ్ట్ ద రెగ్యులేషన్స్. డ్రాఫ్ట్ అంటే దే ప్రిపేర్ ద రెగ్యులేషన్స్. quasi judiciary, here conduct the investigations. Okay, judiciary means law. So here investigation, enforcement action. If there is any default, they find, they will take the immediate action on it. Okay, that is quasi judicial. Next, quasi executive. After the drafting the regulations, after doing investigation and finding any kind of fraud or malpractices or anything, there pass whatever the law here passed in the legislature that been executed. The rules which are created in the legislature or orders which are drafted in the legislature, those are executed. Executive means amalloki vastayi. Okay, in Telugu it is called as executive means get implemented. Implementation anedi jarugutundi, amalloki vastundi. So here they draft the regulations. Here in quasi judiciary they conduct the investigation, conduct చేస్తారు, enforce the action, దాని ప్రకారం యాక్షన్ తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. తప్పుంటే quasi executive means whatever the decisions are drafted in the quasi legislature, those are here implemented for the safe functioning of the SEBI. So these all are the important things, and we have more other functions of the SEBI. Okay, so we will discuss it now. Yes, now the functions of the SEBI. What are the functions of the SEBI? Let us see. Those quasi legislative, quasi judicial, quasi executive are also the functions, and these are also the functions and these are the powers of the SEBI. So what are those? Let us see one by one. Functions of the SEBI: educate investor. SEBI will educate the investor and give training to the intermediaries of securities. Okay, intermediary means brokers, underwriters, jobbers. For them it will give the training and it will educate the investors. For investors it will educate, and for the intermediaries it will give training how to do the transactions of the stock exchange effectively. Next, control the working of the stock exchange. It control the working of the stock exchange, because if there is no SEBI, there is no control on the stock exchange. The brokers will do what they want to do. The market will be totally like a fish market. Okay, it not be stock market, it will be just like a fish market. Everyone will be shout, everyone will do what they want to do. But the SEBI is very powerful. Statutory power it has, independent body. SEBI is an independent body, it is not depending on anyone. So it will control the working of the stock exchange. Register and regulate the working of intermediaries such as stock brokers, merchant bankers, underwriters. The brokers also have to register on the stock exchange, that there are the brokers, then only they get the recognition on the stock exchange. Until and unless, they never get the recognition on the stock exchange. So they have to be registered and they have to regulate whatever the rules are levied by the stock exchange. They have to follow those rules, regulations. Who? The intermediaries. Who are those? Stock brokers, merchant bankers, and underwriters. They have to follow those rules and regulations what the SEBI is levied on them. Okay. Regulate the working of collective investment schemes including mutual funds. Not only the SEBI is controlling shares or commodities like gold, silver, or any kind of debentures. This is not only controlling these things, government securities, not only this, it also controls the mutual funds also. Mutual funds are also controlled by the SEBI. It is also under the control of the SEBI. Conduct the audit and inspections. The stock exchange are get audited and inspected by the certain members of the SEBI. SEBI will make the audit of the stock exchange, whether that is the Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange or Kolkata Stock Exchange. Whatever the stock exchange, they have to get their accounts audited and inspected with the SEBI member. Registered, restricted insider trading of securities. There is no insider trading of securities. Whatever the trade you want to do, you have to do on the stock exchange openly. You should not have to hide anything. You should not have to keep something inside. See, everything you have to display on the stock exchange, what is going on. You should not cheat the clients, means investors who want to invest. You should not have to cheat them. These are the main functions of the SEBI. Then whereas come to the powers of the SEBI, SEBI is very powerful body. In order to appeal, if there is any mistake in us, if we want to appeal for the SEBI, then firstly we have to appeal to the Securities Appellate Tribunal. It is the tribunal of 3 members. First we have to appeal there, and afterwards second we have to appeal to the Supreme Court. After that only we can appeal to the SEBI, because here the SEBI act as a proactive. Okay, the SEBI act as a proactive. So it is very powerful body regarding the securities. So no one can go directly to the SEBI. There is certain process to answer to the questions what is levied by the SEBI. So in order to answer those questions, we have to appeal this way. Firstly, we have to appeal to the Security Appellate Tribunal. It is the tribunal of 3 members are there in the tribunal. They will solve the problem. Otherwise, you can appeal to the Supreme Court, but you can't go immediately to the SEBI, because it is a very powerful, strong body, statutory power it has. It is an independent body. It has the power to control all 29 states of India along with the union territories. So let us see the powers of the SEBI. To approve and amend by law of stock exchange. It is approved and amended by law of stock exchange. So the SEBI has the power, that whatever the rules and regulations are there that has been levied by the SEBI, so the stock exchange should have to follow the rules and approvals what is given by the SEBI. To inspect the books of accounts, yes, we have studied here audit of books. So books of accounts are also audited in the stock exchange. That power the SEBI has. And financial intermediaries, means stock brokers, merchant bankers, underwriters, their books are also get audited in the stock exchange, because the SEBI has that power. It has the power to check everything what is going on in the stock market, because it is responsible for everything, right? To call for periodical returns from the recognized stock exchange. So it also check the what are the calls and the returns, dividend or interest, whatever it will become on the securities, it will check from recognized stock exchange. So what are the recognized stock exchanges of India? Bombay Stock Exchange, Yes, BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, Kolkata Stock Exchange. So these stock exchange, whether they are giving the returns periodically correctly or not, for that purpose also SEBI has the power to check. Yes, to mandate the companies to list the shares in one or more stock exchange. According to the SEBI rules, the company should have to, if it become mandatory, mandate means compulsory, then the company should have to list their securities not only in one stock exchange, sometimes they have to list their securities in more than one stock exchange also, according to the rules of the SEBI. So powers of the SEBI has these many powers. It can check the stock exchange accounts, it can make the companies to list their securities on more than one stock exchange. Okay, so call for periodical returns, whether the dividend or whether any kind of interest or whatever the investors getting from the stock exchange, whether they are getting periodically or not, is any fraud is going on. To check these all things, the SEBI will conduct the audit and inspections. Okay, to approve and amend by law of stock exchange. So whatever the companies are listing on the stock exchange, we have already studied that procedure for listing on stock exchange మీద list అవ్వడానికి securities, we have studied about the procedure. So that procedure, whether the companies are followed or not, that all things will be checked by the SEBI from time to time. So in order to appeal to the SEBI, we have to first appeal to the security appellate tribunal. It is the tribunal of 3 members, and later we have to appeal for the Supreme Court, and ultimately the SEBI act as a proactive. It will be silent at the time. So anything is done wrong, then you have to answerable to these first to the Securities Appellate Tribunal, and after then to the Supreme Court, and after finally you can come to the SEBI. You can't go directly to the SEBI. Okay, so these are the functions and powers of the SEBI. Let us see what the role the brokers will play in the next session. Till then, you have to do practice, you have to read the chapters whatever going on. Okay.